Bitcoin ETF. Will it be your key to financial freedom? Let's talk about that. And I will talk about risks at the end. First, let me remind you about myself. I'm Glenn Miller, digital nomad for the last 4 years, tried many online income sources and tested different countries. So I can share it here with you so you don't have to do it all by yourself. Have a serial entrepreneurial background and now helping people as a life coach. This video is not a financial advice, and I've heard about the Bitcoin back in 2014 when I had a Fab Lab, and one of my friends came to me and said, "Hey, can I just put my mining firm here? You have some place." And surprisingly, we had a free electrician for our Fab Lab. And as you might hear that mining firms consume quite a lot of electricity. So yeah, it was a good deal. And that's how I was introduced to crypto. And that time it was only for nerds, yeah, like this, on top, just making something by yourself, not like these days when companies making $1 million with giant mining factories. And why we are talking about crypto on the personal freedom channel? Well, the crypto is essential for personal freedom. It protects your money from governments. And I share practical advices and life hacks in my secret free spirit newsletter, because most of the advices regarding crypto and protecting money from governments might be considered illegal in some countries, so you can find them only in the free spirit newsletter. Subscribe in the description if you'd like to know more. So what is ETF? Just in case, of course, if you're interested in personal investments, you already know what ETF is. It's an entity, exchange traded fund. Probably you've heard about like S&P 500 index fund. So it allows people to invest in different assets, different commodities, without actually buying those. For example, this S&P 500 index. So this fund buys the stocks of top 500 companies in the US, so you don't have to buy all by yourself, and they manage it for yourself, so you just buy the ETF from them, and it's like you would buy 500 different stocks. So it's like very diversified and super stable. And then commodities like platinum or oil. So for example, you want to invest in oil, but you don't want to store 100 barrels on your backyard. So what do? You go to the company or you go to the stock exchange, and there you can buy ETFs from the company who actually stores those barrels somewhere, or they're transported, so they're like real physical things, but you don't own the physical things, you own a paper that tells that you own the physical thing, so which is quite comfortable for investment. So you kind of invest in real things, but you don't need to store them in your apartment. For example, before jumping to Bitcoin ETF, I would like to talk about the gold ETF. And the reason for that is I want to show you how the price reacted, how the gold price reacted after the first US ETF was released. So you can see here, this is the graph of the price for gold, and this is the point where the first US gold ETF was released. So what does it mean? People who wanted to buy gold, invest in gold before this point. So they would go to special places. Some of the banks provide those services and buy different gold bricks, small gold bricks, larger gold bricks, 1 kilo gold bricks, and then they can store them in a vault in a bank, or they can store them at the house, or they can like dig a hole and store on the backyard. So this is how people bought gold before. So, and after the ETF was released, all you need to do to invest in gold, you just need to buy the paper that will tell that, okay, now you own like 2 kilo of gold, for example. And the thing is that it is connected to the real commodity. So the gold supply is limited. So even you have the paper and you don't have the real gold in your apartment, the gold is real. And it means the more people want to buy those papers that connect it to real gold, the more the price goes up. So after this opportunity for people was announced and released, more people came to stocks to buy ETF, and also asset manager and pension funds were able to invest in gold this way. And that's why the price skyrocketed. So it's, as you can see, after it was released, it's like quadrupled. And this is because like the supply is limited and the demand increased. So this is like the basic economic rule of supply and demand. As you know, just a small reminder. So if we go and so the supply was here, and the thing is that the demand grows up here, but the supply stays the same, or the supply actually decreases because people buy it and the price goes up. So it means that the more people buy, but the supply doesn't increase, the price goes higher, higher, and higher. It works for commodities where the supply is limited, like gold, like we have a limited amount of gold on the planet. And keep that in mind, that gold supply is limited. And before we go to the comparison to the Bitcoin ETF, I just want to share one of the companies that want to announce this ETF is BlackRock, and you might heard of this company. This is a company from United States, and they manage assets for people. So like a pension fund, giant company, people pay to get pension, and the BlackRock manage money for them, so they could have extra income. And you can see like this is not some not dumb people, you know. This is very smart people. They have assets in Apple, a giant part in Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Johnson & Johnson, Berkshire Hathaway, ExxonMobil. Just if you take the global economy, you will find the BlackRock almost everywhere. So those people are smart people, and they look in the future. They not only plan many years ahead, they also can make the future happen. And they can make it happen because they have 8.5 trillion, not billion, trillion dollars under management. So this is the amount of value that they manage. And just imagine, so this company is going to release the Bitcoin ETF. If they will decide to allocate only 1% of their assets in Bitcoin, which is 85 billion USD, and we know that the current Bitcoin market cap, it changes every day, but let's take it for today, like 665 billion USD. So if they will try to buy with their 1%, if they will try to allocate it in Bitcoin, which was like 13% of the whole Bitcoin market cap. So the linear logic might say like, okay, 13% of the market cap, so the price will go up to around 13%, right? Wrong. And it's wrong because the supply is limited. Remember the gold? So same with Bitcoin. Bitcoin amount is limited. You cannot make Bitcoin out of nowhere. And most of the Bitcoins were already mined. So there's a limited amount of supply, very similar to the situation that we had with gold. And not only that, around 30% of the Bitcoins doesn't move for the last 7 years. So some of them are lost, some of them are just sitting on the crypto wallets and people don't touch them. Some of them owned by governments, and you cannot buy those. After the BlackRock will make it happen, and US government will approve the Bitcoin ETF, and all those pension funds would like to invest a little bit, like 1 to 5% of their assets in Bitcoin. They will buy not from the whole amount of Bitcoin, they will buy only from the Bitcoins that are available on the market, and this is not much, which means the price might skyrocket. And by skyrocket, I mean, yeah, at least the same with the gold. As you remember, it quadrupled. So think by yourself. Imagine that you have $100,000 in savings, and this ETF is planned to approve or disapprove for the next 6 months. So imagine having those $100,000 in savings. Would it be reasonable for you to invest 10,000 in Bitcoin with the potential quadruple, triple or quadruple those money in the next 6 months? Think about that. Of course, there is always a risk that the ETF will not be approved, and make your own research. Just compare the risk and think if you can afford that risk. But I remember making my first video around 4 years ago about investing in Bitcoin. It was before the halving, and I just told my subscriptions on the previous channel that so the halving is coming, and whoever might want to make your money double, triple, yeah, just buy the Bitcoin. And those people who actually follow the advice, and this is not because I'm super smart here, it's just common sense. Of course, it's risk involved, but yeah, those people definitely increased their financial situation and provided more personal freedom because they increased their savings. Again, if you want to know more about advices about crypto, how crypto can help you to live the life you deserve and protect your money from the government, subscribe to the Secret Free Spirit newsletter. The link will be in the description. Thank you.